Hello everybody. I don't know if this is going to be stand-up comedy. We'll try. But it's going to be standing up. That much I can promise. So, before anybody can laugh, we got to stop being afraid. And what are people afraid of? Well, right now, a lot of people are afraid of vaccine mandates. And some people are afraid of vaccine mandates. That means a lot of people are afraid of each other. So, we got to do something to try and set people's minds at ease so we can laugh. And a good way to start off with doing that is to a little saying, some kind of little funny saying. Always, because the little sayings that rhyme are always the best ones. And since this sort of associates with doctors, the first rhyming saying that comes to my mind is, "An apple a day keeps a doctor away." Well, in this case, you know, maybe if you throw it hard enough and you're really good aim, that might work. But you got to also consider the fact that a psychiatrist is a doctor, and you go throwing apples at doctors, and then you're going to have more doctors come. Don't throw apples at doctors. Don't do it. Now, we can't talk about it in religion or theology or anything like that. You know, that's where a lot of it stems from, because that ain't going to be funny for nobody if we do it. And religions people are accustomed to. So I'm going to put it in another conjecture of Eastern religions, because there's not too many Tibetan Buddhists watching my channel, and hopefully they already got a sense of humor, but that's what we're going to look at it in. So now, in Western thought, if you're worried about things that aren't clear and present dangers, that's paranoia. So, and I don't think that anybody, I mean, the people who think that there's robots in the vaccine, or think that the shot itself is the mark of the beast, I think that's crazy, you know. But people who are thinking it can lead to things down the line, that's what's normally termed as paranoia, unless you really think it's going to lead there. Well, see, in Tibetan Buddhism, they don't really distinguish between whether it's going to or not. It's a type of thoughts that's thinking about things that are down the line. That's what they don't consider what we call paranoia. It's only paranoia if you're wrong. Well, in Tibetan Buddhism, that type of thinking, it could be right, it could be wrong, but it's the same type of thought, and it's not necessarily considered bad to think that way. It's considered sort of a radar. And it's a radar that's it's practiced by people whose existence isn't in the normal human realm of existence. It's in the realm of jealous gods. Now, you go talking about you're in a god realm in Western thought, that's crazy. But this isn't Western thought. This is Tibetan Buddhism, and in Tibetan Buddhism, see, human beings can be thought to be living in different realms. Human is a good one. Human's probably the best one. If you're human, and you should be in the human realm. But some people put themselves in the realm of jealous gods by trying to think so far ahead and not seeing. They're seeing dangers that aren't the ones right in front of them, and it causes them to mistreat people like that. So that's considered, even though it's acquiring more thought from you, it can be a negative thing if it causes you to mistreat people. But the only way to get to the next realm above in human existence, to get to the realm above the jealous god realm, is the god realm. And the god realm in Tibetan Buddhism means that you're no longer in fear of death, and you accept what comes and do what you must. So to get to that point, see, now the Tibetan Buddhists would think that Jesus and all the saints were in the God realm. That's why. So they don't necessarily disagree with anything. It's just a whole different set of characters and a whole different way of practice. So I'm saying this to set minds at ease, not to cause fights or fears. That's why we're viewing it out of the context of our theologies and putting it in this. So, but there's realms below human that can be worse than jealous gods, because the realm below the human realm in Tibetan Buddhism, the one directly below, it's the animal realm. Now the difference between the animal realm and the human realm is animals don't laugh. They don't see things as funny. So an animal either sees you as its friend or its enemy. And humans can see somebody as an enemy but still laugh at them, or see somebody neither in either term. You just laugh and say they're crazy. Now, same thing, if you're in the jealous God realm, you see somebody you disagree with and you don't think it's funny that they're crazy. You're afraid because they're crazy. Even though you see that's your fear still. Just because somebody thinks something is crazy doesn't mean that they're bad. It can be funny when you see somebody's crazy. As long as you don't see it as a threat to you. Now, if there's violence implied, that's one thing. But see, if you see that crazy person as something you should be afraid of, and there's no reason to think they're going to be violent, that means you're in the realm of jealous gods. In Tibetan Buddhism, you see what I mean? So, now, animal realm, there's one below that. There's things worse in the animal realm. One directly below that's the hungry ghost realm, and the realm below that's the hell being realm. The hungry ghost realm, oh, that's enough about Tibetan Buddhism. Let's just stick to the ones right where we're at. The animal realm, because there ain't none of us here in the God realm. So you got human realm, jealous God realm, and animal realm, where we fluctuate between these three. Now, in order for this to be funny, we got to try and all be in human realm. And to do that, I'm going to have to say something funny now. But you know, this is, I don't want you to get to laughing at a religion, but ha ha ha, they're all crazy. Because there's people in Western way of thought that think that some things that some people would think are crazy too. Because some people who are afraid of the mandates aren't afraid of it because they're thinking they're in the jealous God realm and they're seeing things down the line. They're relating it directly to prophecies that they've read in the Bible, like the mark of the beast. Now, I have to admit that when I was working at the hospital and they go, the mark of the beast, they say you're going to take it in your hand or in the forehead. So good thing there ain't nobody getting shot with the vaccine in the hand or the forehead. So that's a good thing, right? So I'm trying to set minds at ease. But when I go to get my temperature taken before I go into work each day, they scan you. They had a type of thermometer that scans you. And they either scan the back of your hand or your forehead. And it's hard to think. Well, it's hard to not think if you've read that prophecy. But, oh geez, it's getting a little too scary for me. So that's a worry, but I'm just like I say, it's not a clear and present danger. So it's paranoid worry, or it's overthink. I like to say overthinking because I don't want to be classified as crazy. I haven't been diagnosed as crazy. Now, there's some psychiatrists that say I'm narcissistic. They don't say it to my face, but I see them on TV talking about it, and I can tell they're talking about me. And if you don't know that's a joke, that's your fault. Because maybe you don't know what narcissism is. A narcissist is anybody who thinks they're more important than you think they are. That's what a narcissist is, in your opinion. See, anybody who thinks that they're more important than you think they are, then you think they're a narcissist. But for them to see this, Isaac Newton would have been a narcissist. Jesus would have been a narcissist. Anybody who's been really important and people didn't think they were at the time were seen as narcissists, but the word wasn't around back then. Delusions of grandeur is what they used to call it. So, you know, but you could, the fact that some of these people who've been, I don't want you to think I'm a narcissist, but you can think that. As long as you don't get afraid of it, well, be good. In fact, I can joke about it. Hopefully that sets your mind at ease a little bit. That means you're in the human realm if you think it's funny, and it means you think I'm in the human realm too, and that's good. So, but you know, I still haven't set nobody's mind at ease here, so I got to try and say something funny again now. I don't have any more good sayings that relate directly to doctors and stuff like that. And some people somebody wants to do something good, maybe they can think of some more rhyming sayings, because some of them are outdated. Like there's one that relates to multitasking that says kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's kind of barbaric, because nobody's killing birds with stones anymore. And if you do, first of all, how are you going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone unless you got them ducks in a row? Because a ricochet ain't going to kill it. And now, with this trying to set people's minds at ease, I should probably not be talking about killing nothing. Because, first of all, we're talking about eggs that haven't even hatched. But, I'm trying to defend my own, see, I wouldn't ever want to go on paper as being crazy. It's fine if you think I'm crazy, and it's funny if you think I'm crazy. But thing is, I can still say you're crazy. We can disagree about something, and you say you're crazy, and I say you're crazy. We can disagree about it, but I go on paper as being anybody. Once you go on paper as being crazy, see, there's a financial incentive to say you're crazy, and in this day and age, you got what's called mass psychosis. So you can easily say you're crazy and get paid money for it, but I think that they're crazy for jumping right to mass psychosis because we haven't even discussed mass neurosis first. Let's talk about mass neurosis before we start talking about psychosis. First of all, psychologists, you guys are paranoid if you're talking that way. So, but anyhow, we're talking about the killing birds and the eggs haven't even hatched, and don't take my word for it that the hens have even come home to roost, because I could be just an old bald eagle. And I've been guilty of overthinking things before. I admit it. Even like sayings, I used to think, this is embarrassing to admit, but I thought that saying, a stitch in time saves 9. I thought that was, what do you call it? Stitch in time, a formula. I thought that was some scientific formula for time travel. See how crazy that was? But we can laugh about that now, because I admit that was crazy, but not it'll get me locked up crazy. Now, you want to talk about people that are just actually straight up fucking nuts. There's people that think Tom Brady ain't the greatest quarterback that ever was. That's fucking nuts. And I ain't even saying they should be locked up because I think it's funny that they're out there. Talk to you later. Shout out Patriots. Bye.